to adopt and work with them in the country so they come out.
Dr. Karan Sagar, Dr. Abhidhan, Priyanka, Shubham, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm good morning to all of you. Let me begin by wishing you all a happy Diwali. We have just celebrated the Festival of Lights in India. During this festive season, what are the most common wishes that we all receive? Health, peace and happiness. It is interesting how all three are interconnected. Indian spirituality, right from Gautam Buddha to Swami Vivekananda, have emphasized this. It is not just fundamental to human beings, but it is one of the laws of nature. Only when you have good health, you can have a peaceful mind. And only when you have a peaceful mind, you can seek true and lasting happiness. Many organizations, including all the partners of today's event, have been instrumental in encouraging both dialogue and action on global health issues. Today's event will undoubtedly reinforce the passion and dedication in our efforts to make the world a better and a healthier place. Ladies and gentlemen, at the turn of the century, the global community came together to set the 8 Millennium Development Goals. They represent, for the first time ever in world history, a truly concerted and cohesive commitment towards mankind, with health as the anchor and the driver of holistic development of the entire planetary population. And it is no coincidence that the 3 of the 8 goals of reducing child mortality rate, improving maternal health, and combating HIV, AIDS, malaria, and other diseases are directly related to the critical subject of human health. India's performance in addressing the health goals is critical. After all, 1/6 of humanity resides here. India is the world's oldest civilization with the youngest population. But we face enormous challenges in providing universal access to healthcare. The shortage of doctors and inadequate healthcare infrastructure are our major hurdles. We have less than 1 hospital bed per 1,000 people. We have only 1 doctor per 1,700 people, an unacceptable ratio by any standard. We have a critical need to change the scenario. There is a need to build medical educational institutions. There is also a need for new thinking and new technology to close this enormous gap directly and indirectly. The deployment of new technology on a mass scale and affordable digital services would make significant improvement in healthcare delivery. In India, we need to look beyond existing healthcare distribution models. The solution lies not only in bringing more people to hospitals, but bringing the hospitals to people. Further, beyond curative healthcare, there is an urgent need to strengthen our priorities on preventive and promotive healthcare. We simply cannot overlook the importance of encouraging healthy lifestyles, proper diet, diet, physical fitness, nature cure, yoga and meditation, and of healing through human love.
Thank you, Genevieve, you're too kind. Before I start speaking to the scary lady with the goat, I promise you I'll stay under 10 minutes, so please don't show me any of those cards. I got very scared. Good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so used to saying good evening because you know us little people, we only do evening events. To everybody, distinguished guests on the dais, Dr. Karani, Amanshu, of course, and to all of you wonderful people who are gathered here today. It's so nice to see you all here, bright-eyed and ready to participate in such a much-needed discussion. I think mornings are wonderful. The only drawback of mornings are that they come at a very inconvenient time. I borrowed that quote from an author called Glenn Cook. And if you allow me, I'd like to borrow another quote, which I think perfectly sums up why we are here today. The hand that rocks the cradle, the procreator, the mother of tomorrow, the woman, shapes the destiny of civilization. Such is the tragic irony of fate, that a beautiful creation such as a girl child is today one of the gravest concerns facing humanity. But all is not lost, which is why I am here today. Because there's a huge amount of hope and there have been major strides made across various areas. You may have heard a lot of all of this, and I'm sure the background score in your head is going blah, 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 blah. And I don't blame you. I was fairly skeptical of how much difference I could make when I started on this journey. But the reason I stand here today is because I now believe that, and that belief comes from my personal experience, like Genevieve said, across many situations and initiatives surrounding the girl child that I have been fortunate to participate in. I've worked with UNICEF now for more than 6 years, and apart from the opportunities such as today, where I get to share my thoughts with you, I've also had the privilege to talk to and understand the on-ground realities of girls and their problems today across the country. I've met girls, their families, local authorities, and many other people who, in part of the system, are inclusive of these girls' lives, and especially involved in the delicate ecosystem of their lives, I think. My take out of these visits is a huge feeling and a sense of hope, and a renewed sense of purpose that we can all make a difference. Very recently, I had the good fortune and opportunity of participating in a very interesting discussion. It was a smaller gathering, of course, than this, and the setting and the objective was the same. UN officials, insiders, innovators looking for solutions on gender inequality and post-2015 development agenda. As I sat in the room and I heard amazing initiatives that were being undertaken across the globe, I was struck by one very important thought, that we need you. All of you sitting in the audience today to help us find implementable solutions for millions of girls across the country who need our help to do a simple thing, something that we all do every day. Just live their lives, survive. So we're not all after your money. We actually want the pie charts, the PPTs, the complex Excel sheets, complex strategies, the cerebral powers that all of you guys obviously bring on the table. But the money will really help. The world will be a better place if you just open up your pockets a little bit. We are all here to discuss a very critical issue, that of child survival and development. To me, the discussion on child survival begins with a girl, a woman. When we speak about the survival, development and growth of a child, in my mind, with how we perceive girls and adolescents in society is how we start. We always need to ask the right questions. According to me, the right questions would be, are girls studying? Are they in school? Are we ensuring that they're not getting married before the age of 18? Are girls being equipped with basic life skills? Are they nourished? Do they even get food to eat so that they're not malnourished? Are they empowered with knowledge of pregnancy and motherhood? The answers of what will drive us to find solutions to all the issues surrounding health and survival of children. Nothing happens in isolation, we all know that. We cannot think of improving the survival of a newborn without thinking of our commitment towards adolescent girls and women in this country. Think about this. Girls who are educated and get married after 18 are empowered to ask for their entitlements, are better nourished, and much better equipped to handle motherhood. So while we discuss the strategies and so many programs and inventions that we can save newborns' lives, we need to at the back of our minds think girls and how to invest in them to be healthy mothers who are able to give birth to healthy babies and take care of healthy families. With your help and expertise in various areas, I truly believe that we can create, innovate sustainable ideas which make a significant impact. Being a part of the entertainment industry, I believe that as public figures, we can use our voices individually and collectively to inform, empower, and to equip. I truly believe, like Nita ma'am just well said, that we can all work together, hand in hand, to make the world a brighter place for children and the women of this nation. And I really strongly advise that you all remember what you learned in school. Girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Need I say more? Thank you so much.
I don't think, first of all, we should generalize it into Bollywood or we should generalize it into social causes. I'm here as an individual because I think public people can, have a voice. People can listen to them, but it's a very individualistic decision. For me, the education, the rights, the health of a girl child and of women in the country have always been a very, very important cause, and I'm here on behalf of UNICEF. We've done some amazing work over the last 7 years together, and I hope to be able to do as much of it as I can.
As I spoke today, we need partnerships. Partnerships from the civil society, partnerships from government, NGOs, and they are a face that can be made public. So if Priyanka stands for the girl child and speaks on girl child, which I'm so passionate about, how can we have, when we have the mortality rates and we say 70% of the newborns who die are girls, non-acceptable. Well, I think it's going to be an emotional moment for all of us. This era will always be remembered on field, but I think Sachin's achievements are not only going to stop. I think there's so much more that he will contribute to, I'm 100% sure. And as my son Akash said, that he will tell his children that he saw Sachin batting on the field. I'm always in amazement how he treats his kit. He packs his own kit and almost with reverence, like how a warrior would treat his weapons. That's the way he treats his kit, and I think that's something that I kind of look at in awe all the time. Thank you.